Hey everyone, it's Sprout here. Welcome back to the channel. This video is different from the usual ones recently, where I play a closed beta and I give my thoughts on the game itself. Now, as you can tell from the title of this, Payday 2 Crime War, which is an upcoming mobile competitive FPS game, and this is an early build, so just bear that in mind. So without further ado, guys, please make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe for more. And let's get into it. So guys, as you can probably guess, as of last night, I got an email invite to the closed beta test. So naturally, I checked for an NDA before recording any of this video footage because I didn't want to post something and then just have it took down because of, non-disclosure agreements. But there doesn't seem to be one in place, so I should be all right. Now, the point of this video is to put my thoughts forward in hope that the feedback is well received by the developers. This video is not intended as a complaint or a trash talking rant. I just want to give accurate feedback from my game experience as a whole so far. So I'm going to at length discuss where the game is lacking and where I think things need improved or changed, but also features that I enjoy that could use a little tweaking here and there. So guys, before I start, I feel the need to point out that the default layout is bad, and without the option to edit it results in crouch, jump, reload and the ADS button being difficult for me personally to use. But I'll try leave this out as much as possible. As you know, if you have seen my other videos, I have a certain layout that I use in pretty much all shooting games, and in this game I can't edit it in its current state, so I'm stuck with the fire button in the bottom right, as you can see, with the very little other buttons around it. And I do tend to miss it, and I'm having trouble controlling a lot of the gunplay with where the fire button is. So let's start off with the movement. Now, the movement itself isn't bad, however, there's no sort of specified area where the sprint sensitivity kicks in. So, when you pull the joystick forward, there's an auto sprint area. Now, obviously, if I could edit the layout, I would be able to change this, but it ends in you missing doorways or cancelling your crouch or reloads accidentally. Now, if you sprint when you're crouching, it'll automatically make you stand up. If you sprint when you're reloading, it'll cancel the reload. And I feel like I'm having to stand still to crouch or stand still to reload, which obviously is a bad idea at times. And jumping is just right for quick escapes. I like the jump feature when I can manage to click the button, jump through windows, jump around obstacle stuff. It does work the way it is. And the crouch itself is adequate enough to take cover behind things when you don't accidentally stand up and start sprinting. So if you're hiding behind an obstacle, to heal yourself or reload and stuff, the crouch does work fine. The character does move down for far enough to avoid damage, at least from the bots. I don't know about players. Now let's talk about the guns themselves, and I must say this is probably the best part about the game so far. I really like the design and feel of all the guns that I've tried. I haven't tried all the guns, most of them are locked at the moment. I'm not really sure how to unlock them during the test. The sights on the guns look good when aiming, and I'm actually looking forward to trying other guns with me right layout, if I could edit it. Honestly, I keep mentioning it, but it's one of them things that everyone has their own layout, and it does help immensely. But I love the gun animations, I love the reload, I love the shooting down the sights, etc. So all of that is a big thumbs up for me. Right, so next guys, I'm going to go for recoil control, and I'm going to say it's very difficult. Now in the AR clip you just seen, that was probably the easiest one to do it on, but vertical recoil is absolutely horrendous. Now adjusting sensitivity only helps on certain guns such as assault rifles, as you've seen, but the SMGs and the LMGs are currently the hardest to control, partly due to layout, but also due to the unpredictable kick when first firing, and it's got this gradual increase when you're full auto firing, mainly LMG. Now the LMG specifically kicks so much that in attempt to control the vertical recoil by swiping upwards on your shoot button, you end up facing downwards when you stop shooting, which you will see in these clips in the background where I've been full autoing someone or fighting someone at range and I'm dragging down with the recoil control. As soon as I let go, I end up facing the floor instead of being pointing forward where I used to be. Now I did leave feedback in the Discord about this and I asked for specifics, so like I say, I've recorded it. It is in the background. If you are watching, this is what I mean. Right guys, so as you know, in Payday, the objective of the game usually is to collect cash. So you go to the enemy safe, you steal cash, you bring it back to your safe, right? And they do vice versa. Simple, right? Bit more complicated that, unfortunately. The way to loot is facing the safe as close as possible. And if a teammate gets closer than you, so they're slightly in your line of view, it cancels the looting, which is ridiculous because you're next to the safe as well. So you have to get literally as close as possible to the safe to actually loot anything. And then obviously you're stopping your teammates doing it exactly, etc. So you can also retrieve cash bags from the floor if you kill enemies who had cash. So you run up the bag and you'll have to look directly down at the bag to start looting it. So the main problem with this is I think looting needs a button on screen where you can just click it and then it starts looting. Now, maybe it could be cancelled by movement or shooting, but I think we need the option to free look around ourselves while collecting cash, because if someone's camping the safe, for instance, or they're looking through a doorway and stuff, you cannot look around yourself to see people coming. You can't realistically pick up bags from the floor because someone could come run around the corner at any second. There's no sort of safe way to do this. So I just feel like if it had a different mechanic to the actual cash looting itself, it could be so much better. And guys, finally, so far, I like the map design. It's even and well balanced, offering no advantage to either team, so I'm interested to see how they lay out some of the other maps. I've only really tried one or two, I think. Maybe it's one, I'm not 100% sure on that, but the ones I've experienced are not like, oh well, Team B can get to this point faster than Team A can. They seem very well balanced. I've got plenty of cover around to shoot from. So the maps themselves I'm really enjoying, so kudos to that. So guys, overall I'm just going to give a score out of 10 for each individual thing I've went through. So you can tell by the closer I get to 1, the more work needs done. The closer I get to 10 is how well it's done. So first of all, movement, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Recoil control, unfortunately, I'm going to give a 3. It might be tweakable with sensitivity in the right layout as the way it is right now, but currently I can't do it. Gun designs, I'm going to give a solid 9. I haven't experienced all guns, but I'm going off the fact that the ones I have experienced are really good. The rest of them are probably really good as well. Cash looting, unfortunately, as you can probably tell, I'm going to give it a 2. It could be better if you just had to stand in the general area, but until there's a point where you don't have to literally stare at what you're looting, it's going to be a 2 for me. And finally, map design. Graphically, obviously it can use some improvement, but it's early days, so I'm not bothered about that. But the map design itself, I'm going to give a solid 10 out of 10. Overall, the game, the way it is right now, on average, I'll probably give it a total 7 out of 10, because I can see that the foundations are there. It just needs feedback and constructive criticism to shape it into a better game. I can see, like I say, the foundations are there to be a really good game, but obviously early access, closed beta test, there's going to be bugs, there's going to be horrible things about the game, which is expected. That's why I'm not giving it such a low overall rating, because a lot of these things can be tweaked and fixed to make it a lot better. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope the developers have seen this video take me feedback a bit seriously, because like I say, I play a lot of first person shooters on mobile. I like to think at least I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed it, please leave a like button. Make sure you've also subscribed. Click that bell for notifications, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.